In a school where love is off limits, but hearts find a way, and karma unfolds. This is Girl from Nowhere, Season 2, Episode 2, True Love. Buckle up, spoilers ahead. In the beginning of the episode, a girl cautiously looks around to make sure no one's nearby. When she's certain it's clear, she places a letter on the wall. A boy finds the letter and reads it. The girl tells him they'll study together soon. The boy agrees and offers snacks. The girl hurries away as the teacher approaches, and Nanno watches from the second floor. A poster at the school demonstrates the proper way to wear the girl's uniform and uphold school values. The school, an all-girls institution, faces a financial crisis. A senior teacher opposes merging with a neighboring all-boys school. The school director explains they have no choice due to financial difficulties. Ms. Narumol insists that the merger will tarnish their school's reputation for purity and innocence. The director acknowledged this but emphasized the lack of funds to pay the teachers. Ms. Narumol compares boys to termites, hard to control once they start. She stresses the virtue of their school and warns of its downfall if merged with the neighboring school. Ms. Narumol shows the director crumpled notes from boys to girls. The director appreciates her love for the school but needs her to guide the students through upcoming changes. Later, she confides in a teacher, expressing her concern about the merger. Seeing it is a threat from the boys, she believes the girls should flourish and be nurtured, as the boys their age are immature. Miss Narumol keeps discussing their school with Miss Linda, who agrees. Other teachers exchange glances. Miss Linda urges immediate action as the school is buzzing about the merger. Miss Narumol is puzzled about the source of the information. Meanwhile, Nanno reassures girls in their classroom, explaining that the boys are not a big deal. She shares her experience studying with boys. The day the boys from the neighboring school visit arrives, the girls observe the boys checking uniform rules. Nanno approaches and introduces herself, Punjab, and his friends also introduce themselves. Nanno introduces the girls, they greet each other. Nanno suggests a tour, but Ploy disagrees, citing the school rules of girls not getting too close to boys. Nanno emphasized being friendly at heart. Namwang agreed with Nanno's words. Punjab greeted Namwang with a smile and cracked a cheesy joke that left everyone laughing awkwardly. Nanno noticed a teacher discreetly recording them and showed it to Miss Narumol. The following day, Miss Narumol outlined the rules for the upcoming co-education with boys. The main rule was social distancing, meaning they couldn't be seen near each other from arrival to departure. Miss Narumol also prohibited consuming chocolate, fearing it might stir up sexual desire. Some felt she was overly strict, and the girls believed the boys might be exhausted. Bob mumbled something at another table, and Nanno translated that he was tired. To their surprise, Nanno had the boys' contact information and offered to add them to the group chat for interaction. During lunch break, Miss Linda confiscated Nanno's phone and told her no phone use was allowed. Miss Linda checked the phone and was astonished by what she found. Nanno remained unfazed. Miss Linda showed the phone to Miss Narumol. In the middle of the conversation, there was a misunderstanding from the teacher that the boy was asking for Nanno's milk, and as a result, Miss Naramo took stricter measure, stating that the girls couldn't message the boys or their school accounts will be blocked. Miss Naramo sat in her room, reminiscing of her old photos with her best friend. In a flashback, her friend inquired about her future plans. Young Naramo aspired to become a teacher and return to their school. Her friend encouraged her and suggested the school should honor her with a crown. The flashback ended and she sent a grateful message to Miss Linda. The next day, as the girls walked in the corridor, the boys passed by and Namweng noticed Bob's smile at Nanno. She asked Nanno how she could still communicate with the boys when the school had blocked her. Nanno revealed she had a new app to keep talking with the boys and potentially making new friends or find a boyfriend. Excitement spread and everyone tried to download the app, catching Miss Naramo's attention. Miss Naramo reprimanded Nanno, deeming her action shameful for creating and spreading the app. Nanno defended its usefulness for making new friends or even finding true love. Miss Naramo warned her not to interfere and focus on her studies, instructing Nanno to delete the app. She also started to guide the teacher on how to use the application, beginning to manipulate the situation. Nanno cautioned them that once they entered the app, it might be difficult to get out. Miss Naramo began using the app to monitor her students, using the codename Vase and connecting with someone using codename Flower. They started to interact with each other. In a high school flashback, Miss Naramo's best friend expressed concern for her, and Miss Naramo shared her feelings. As best friends do, they embraced, and a guy apologized to Rutai. Rutai hugged the guy. The following day, Miss Naramo announced the names of the students not following school rules and regulations. In response, the students protested, stating they were to study and nothing more. Miss Naramo continued monitoring the school. A male teacher greeted her, leaving her confused. Nanno approached with a drink for Miss Naramo, but she disregarded Nanno and continued walking. Nanno followed and inquired about the effectiveness of her plan, revealing the students already knew Miss Naramo was on the app. Miss Naramo expressed her indifference towards the application, focusing instead on separating the girls and boys. As they passed a room, Nanno heard something and Miss Naramo found Punjab and Namweng inside. She impulsively struck Punjab with a broom, causing him to bleed. A heartbreaking flashback revealed Miss Naramo's best friend's tragic death due to an abortion, with the doctor unable to save her in time. Subsequently, the school director had to dismiss Miss Naramo due to the incident and for the school's sake. The next day, he announced her departure, and she addressed the students in the field. Later, it was revealed that Miss Naramo had connected with Miss Linda on the application. Miss Linda confessed her love. They shared a kiss. The episode concluded with Nanno stretching her arms and walking away from the school. She received a notification from her match, a girl with a red ribbon. She walked past Nanno and bumped her slightly. My opinion, a significant generation gap exists between the teacher and students, but finding ways to bridge it is essential. Miss Naramo's strict rules came from her sad personal experience, aimed at disciplining the students. However, these rules fueled rebellion. It is crucial for both sides to adapt and understand that times change. and the way they live now may differ from the past. Mutual understanding and compromise can narrow this generation gap. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my recap, please leave a like to help the channel. Till next time.